Right, so it's the hour has struck, and so we'll begin. I'd like to welcome everyone to Shambhala Online broadcast, our weekly contemplations. We did one last week, and maybe some of you are new to the broadcast. We have some more people, so I think that some of you are new. So I'd like to just do a very brief orientation to the environment that we're in. It's a little bit unusual because we're not in the same location, but I think we're here with all the same intention to deepen our understanding of the Dharma. And perhaps we're new to it, but even still, you're probably here to learn more about the Shambhala teachings and practice. So one thing I'd like you to do is just look at the environment that you're in, take stock of that, and you can draw your attention into the broadcast, the screen. And at some points we'll be doing practice. I'll be guiding contemplations and meditation. And at that time, you can actually disengage from the screen as well, also. And just gather your attention into the object of meditation, which will be the breathing or the particular phrase or image that we're working with. So if you're at work or at home, and often when we work with the internet, we're doing many things. Maybe we can let go of those for right now and close the other programs, or just focus for a few minutes here. So the basis of what we do in Shambhala, our practice, is to reveal the inherent qualities that all humans possess. And it's said that our inherent nature is that it is good, kind, wise, clear, and stable, and we're capable of completely selfless action. And so the practices that we do are not something that we need to learn or impose upon the nature that we already have, but it's something to be revealed. Last week we did a brief session of peaceful abiding practice, and we contemplated appreciation using the phrase joyful human life. And the purpose of that is to actually orient ourselves in this toward the celebration of life, rather than drawing into a cycle of complaint and always wanting something else, and being able to be grounded in the present and be completely appreciative of what we do have. And you people who were here last time had homework to do this contemplation. Maybe in a few weeks there'll be a pop quiz. But right now we'll go on. So these contemplations that we're doing, particularly in the first few weeks, are about getting more in touch with reality as it is. And it is said that the citizens of the kingdom of Shambhala, the kingdom from which we have our inspiration here in Shambhala and also guides us on our path, it's said that those citizens were simply less anxious. That was the mark of the people of Shambhala. just less anxious. And the reason that they were able to be less anxious is that they were able to face the situation that they were in all the time, never turning away from the reality of what was going on in their own minds and hearts and in situations. And actually, if we think about it, often we get stressed out because we're trying to not look at something. We get anxious, or we're just not willing to be where we are. So these contemplations bring us into the present and look and give us the ability to relax with reality. And there's one truth that we'll contemplate today, and that's the truth of impermanence. The unchanging truth that everything is always changing and in a constant state of flux. And often we don't like to look at that. We're shocked when we lose an earring. And we're mourn when our favorite pen suddenly vanishes. And instead of being able to go with the ebb and flow of life and things coming in and out of existence, we hold on to things that we would like to think are permanent. But actually, nothing is permanent. Nothing lasts. Nothing. Not even all the great people of the world or anything that is made will eventually become unmade over a period of time. And so this is not meant to make us depressed or make us into cold people, that we become distanced from that. But instead, it actually grounds us in appreciation of what we have right in this moment. And then we know that it will change. And then we can be inquisitive and delighted by the new thing. So what I'd like to do is contemplate impermanence, and we can do that together. And then we'll have a time for some sharing of experience or questions or comments that you have. And do we have a microphone here in the room for anyone? Okay, okay. So, so what we'd like to do is first settle our minds with some peaceful abiding practice. And even though I expect that most of you have had this instruction, I'll guide it somewhat lightly. And the reason that we can do peaceful abiding practice is that the very core of our nature is peaceful. So we're getting in touch with that quality and bringing that out when we do this practice. So the first thing is to take a good posture, nice and upright. If you're sitting on a cushion, you can have your legs loosely crossed. If you're sitting on a chair, then your feet should be flat on the ground. And without going into too much detail, the idea of the upright posture is that your breathing is unobstructed and that you have a good connection to heaven and firmly grounded on the earth with your feet or through your bottom, also through your bottom and your legs and your feet. And then we settle, give ourselves to gravity, but we're upright, like a relaxed, like a rose is relaxed. So grounded, but upright.